All right, good evening, YouTube. This is Brett Alt doing an impromptu live stream tonight. As you can tell by the title, this is a response to at Country Cast Cash's live stream earlier. This is my response to what was said. Also, before I get started with giving what I wanted to say, I wanted to thank everybody who's reached out to me today and who have been really worried about me and have been telling me, Brett, you've been under a lot lately, in the last 24 hours, you should take it easy, get some rest and everything. I appreciate all the concerns. Normally I don't drop names, but I'm going to drop some tonight. I want to say shout out to my best support team, Craig, $6 Million Testicle, Wilma 2U1, and Melissa Faircost at Country Cast Cash or Triple C. So thank you to them for being my biggest support system. So thank you for all the generous support. I know I'm not monetized yet, but I'm not doing it for money, and I'm not doing it for fame or anything like that. So let me say hi to a couple people in the chat tonight. Hello to Lucy Grace 56, and hello to my old buddy Tex Guy. Welcome, you guys. I know this is an impromptu stream. You're probably wondering what I'm going to say tonight. So for those of you who don't know, my friend Melissa Country Cast Cash went live earlier tonight and pretty much addressed the drama in my live stream last night. So I, just wanted, to give a response to what she had to say. I'm keeping my cool. I'm not going to lose my cool tonight, guys, so you're good. I know if I'm talking too fast, I apologize. I just had too much caffeine. Plus, with all the stress going on, it kind of raises my adrenaline. So I apologize if I talk too fast ahead of time. This isn't drama, guys. This isn't drama. This is just a response. So, I just wanted, first off to say thank you to Country Cast Cash for having the gall and the testicular fortitude, even though she's a woman, having the balls, as we would say, to go on her live stream and pretty much call people out and say, what the truth is. It was really well put. It was blunt, brutally honest, and it was well worth it. So I want to say thank you to Triple C for defending me. That really means a lot to me. And as she said in their Airstream, from what I know from the evidence, because I did see part of it when I was live streaming, because when I'm sharing my screen when I'm playing video games, I cannot actively see the chat. I have to go back and read it after I'm done sharing my screen. So I know, Lucy, I know you're visually impaired, so I know I have to spell out everything for you, and I don't have a problem with that. But yeah, Lucy, every time, and Text Guy, every time I share my screen, I cannot, when I'm playing a game, I cannot read the chat actively. So without having to pull up my window, and therefore being outside the window, it would cause the controls for my video game not to function properly. So I have to wait until after the sharing screen is done with the game, so before I read the chat. So what actually happened, and Triple C really elaborated on this, is that Triple C elaborated on what happened last night, and as the owner of my own channel, which the drama occurred on, I can confirm what she said was the truth. There were a number of people in the chat last night who were actually ganging up on Craig. It was gang warfare. It was bullying. It was pretty much school kid behavior, immature, really uncalled for. It caused me to lose my cool. So what ended up happening is she called out people. Originally, I ill-advised Triple C to do this because I thought I could handle it on my own, but I know how stingy and stubborn Triple C can be, which is not usually a bad thing. I mean, sometimes that can be a good thing. And Triple C, I know you're probably taking care of business right now. You're probably going to come in here pretty sometime soon, but I'm not dogging you. I'm not dogging you. So but originally I told her, don't drop names because we don't want another war on our hands. So hey, there's my main buddy Ted. What's up, buddy? I'm just addressing what happened. So Ted, to bring you up to speed, Melissa, aka Country Cast Cash, went live earlier, and she explained what happened and the drama in my chat last night. It's a good thing you weren't there. I did take your advice, and I did yank wrenches from people, and I've redistributed them all. So I talked to some people. So I'm having my maximum moderators set to 6 moderators. So I'm not going to have any more. So you're still a managing moderator, Ted, so you're safe. So sorry to hear about your herniated disc, by the way, bro. But last night, of course, if you guys want to happen, there was but what started it all is that I was playing Pole Position on my arcade emulator last night, the multiple arcade machine emulator. I was playing Pole Position, and of course, I even told the chat. I said, because people like to normally roast me when I play Pole Position because of some of the things that happened in the game. So I said, go ahead and roast me and get your laugh. So, of course, a couple people roasted me, Craig included. I thought it was pretty funny, though. And then, of course, somehow something was misspoken during the somehow just like an error on a disk drive and a file not found error, if you guys get the Commodore 64 reference. Oh, I know, Ted. My friend Matt said if I needed to make room for a better moderator to remove him and then put somebody in, but I will take Text Guy into consideration. So the fact of the matter is, I just didn't want, so I just, didn't want, to talk about it. But, for those of you the stress from the drama last night really got to me. I got physically sick this morning. I woke up with bloodshot eyes. I had uncoordinated movements. I had a big headache. I just look like I got hit by a Mack truck. Okay, let's just put it that way. So, but I still have a good enough memory to know what happened. But everybody was ganging up on Craig last night, and so of course Craig is one of my managing moderators. He's one of the people who's like one of the lead moderators. Him and Ted, plus my buddy Matt, are my favorite.
Everybody was, very helpful in helping grow the channel.
So sorry, I had to do something there real quick. So I just, saw what was happening. I mean, Craig made an innocent joke about me playing pole position. He made a flat tire joke, which I thought was pretty hilarious. Yeah, it's getting to be that time of year, Ted. So what ended up happening is that somebody took it the wrong way about what Craig said, and it just launched out into an all-out verbal brawl. I saw what was happening after we were doing. Then it really escalated when we were doing when I was doing the summer games segment, the interactive segment. And then I saw the chat, and I saw how really it devolved into like people losing their minds, going insane. It was like worse. It was worse than the Ted ran a sane asylum. No offense, Ted, but it was worse than that. So I did something I rarely ever did. I ended up hollering at the top of my voice, yelling at the chat. I was so angry. But most of the anger, it was hurt and disappointment because, I expected better from the chat. Hey, there's Triple C. I was just talking about you. I was just explaining. This is my response stream to what you did. So I'm just going over and explaining what was up, and I'm just pretty much elaborating what you were saying. So glad to see you, Triple C. So what I'm reverbing is what I've said, and this is what pretty much what Triple C said on her stream. So pretty much pretty much the chat devolved into pretty much an all-out verbal bloodbath, and pretty much I just couldn't take it anymore. I yelled at the entire chat. Triple C left because she kind of knew what was incoming. And so I yelled at everybody, and then, I just lost my cool. I was shaking all over. I was stressed out. I mean, you can even ask Triple C at post stream when I was talking to people on Facebook group, on video chat, even Triple C herself, she could tell I wanted to cry because I was so mad about it. But today I lost two people who I thought were my friends. Yeah, you can go back and watch the replay later, but I know she's going live later after this. So, but I'm not going to name their names. They know who they are because I know they're probably hiding in my bushes right now, waiting to start crap, but they know I'm not going to put up with it because I unsubbed to them, and I know, so I just know it's a matter of time before they unsub to me because of what's going on. But one of the people today was not happy because I yanked her other half's wrench because, I took Ted's advice and I yanked wrenches because of what happened. And so, I was talking with Triple C and others afterwards, and they were telling me, well, the reason why, they're not happy about you doing that is because they want the power and control, and you took it away from them. And now they're not happy, and now, they're, acting childish because they can't have the power and control anymore. Well, the thing is that it was what these people don't realize is that what I did was a business decision. It was business, not personal. When I make a business decision, yanking the wrenches on my channel is business. Okay, it's not personal; it's business. Because this channel here, this is a business, even though I'm not making any money from it. This is not personal. This is business. Now, outside, when I talk to people on Facebook and them, that's personal. But when I'm talking about when I'm on here, this is business. Okay. So what I do on my channel is business. It's not personally influenced or anything like that. I make the decisions because I do what is right for the benefit of the channel. So after I saw a lot of mods who were moderators abusing their power last night with the drama, I had to do what I had to do. I took a Ted's advice and I yanked the wrenches, and so the couple who texted me today were not happy that I yank the wrenches from their other half. So, but it was a business decision. It wasn't personal. I was not influenced by anyone or anybody. What I did was of my own accord, because this is for my channel and this is for my business. So what these people don't understand is that I separated business from personal. Yanking the wrench was business. So, and I know they're probably hiding out in the bushes right now. I'm not gonna, because I know they're waiting to pop up. Because I'm looking at the number of people in my chat right now, and I know some of them are probably hiding in the bushes right now. Yep, and 2 of them just left because they just know it. So, but the fact of the matter is, but the thing is that I had to do stuff. Hey, there's Julia. What's up, Julia? Great to see you, my friend. Hey, there's my one of my other big supporters. Hey, everybody, say hello to Wilma. Hey, Wilma, glad to see you tonight. Yeah, Ted, Craig, Wilma, and Triple C are like my biggest supporters of the channel. So, yeah, Wilma is a sweetheart. Triple C is a sweetheart. Craig is my bro. Ted's my main man. They're all cool. So I love them all. I love them all like they're my family. So tonight, since this is my response to Triple C's stream, I want to start out by saying, add a girl, Triple C, add a girl. In my book, you are, even though you're very blunt and outspoken, Triple C. I'm not taking that label back. I'm not taking the sweetheart label back. You don't like it tough. But I want to say, add a girl to Triple C for being blunt, brutally honest, and just telling it like it is on her channel and talk on her stream. That was really ballsy of her to do it. And it was honest. And, the facts were given. And, it's just a shame. Hey, there's Michelle. What's up, Michelle? Great to see you. You know what? Yeah. You know what I'm just going to do? Ted, I'm going to take it under consideration. You know what? And there you go, Ted. I took your recommendations. Julia and Text Guy, welcome to Team Blue. You are now officially moderators in my channel. I'm going to max out my mods. This is going to probably be 8 mods right now. But I'm going to leave it right now. So this is what it's going to be. So I have enough people. So, yeah. Triple C, while I've got you here, I know this is a response stream for you, but did you still want your wrench back, or are you fine? Let me know. Tell me in the chat if you wanted your wrench back or not. So tonight, I'm going to be, even though this is a response to Triple C stream, I am going to announce some rule changes. I am going to make some rule changes tonight to the stream for how it's going to be run from now on. From now on, Julia, I know you didn't ask for it, but you've been a big supporter and you've been a good friend. You earned it, okay? I know you didn't. I know you felt like you're only here to support and look out, but this is your reward. You earned this, Julia. I just hope you could stay neutral, Michelle, if you want to be on my channel, though. I know you're a good friend and everything. I just don't want, don't want people going around saying like, oh, enjoying my stuff and then like going back and talking shit about me to other people. But Julia and Tech Sky have really earned it. So I don't need too many mods on my channel. This is my cap right now. So, but mods, first order out of the new change. Shorty Michelle is protected, okay? Even though she's not a mod. So you know what to do if anybody tries to start crap with Michelle. Michelle is protected. You guys understand that? Yeah, I got Triple C back, Wilma. Also, because of her special thing, Lucy Grace is protected. Mods, Lucy Grace is also protected, okay? So Shorty Michelle and Lucy Grace are protected. So treat them well and guard them well in the chat like you would me. Okay? That's pretty much, I don't want to say this, but as a channel owner to moderators, that's an order. So Michelle, Lucy, you will be well protected in here. You are always welcome here. Julia, I like your enthusiasm about being a mod because you're gonna like this. You're gonna like this. So, as of this morning, I said that because I know a lot of you didn't watch the live stream this morning. So, there are going to be rule changes to the channel and how it's going on the live stream. Mods, you have free reign, which means your power is unleashed. Which means if you see anything that looks like drama or sounds like drama, collect the evidence first, like screenshots or whatever, then get rid of that person. Because after last night's fiasco, I'm not taking any chances. Now, some of these suggestions were suggested by Triple C herself. Yes, exactly, Julia, exactly. I love that statement. This is why I said, Julia, this is why you earn the right to be a mod. So, I know, Julia, usually you're busy, so I know you can't really jump on group chats half the time, so, but the more I'm going to keep my moderator at, I think we're up to like 8 now because I had 6 and I added Julia and Text Guy. So that's 8. So I think that's about enough mods for right now. So, so we're going to, so my maximum mods is going to be 8 mods. So, I know you work a lot, Julia. That's why I took it into consideration, but you do deserve it. So, But back to the subject at hand. By the title of this stream is what it is. Triple C called out a number of people for what happened. For what happened on my stream last night. Craig was clearly innocent. He was just doing his job of being one of the head moderators. He's what they call a managing moderator, which is a step above standard mod. He's still a mod, but he's like a higher up mod. So, ladies and hey, Julia, Wilma, and everybody, this is my real life friend, Caitlin. She is a real life friend of mine. We've known each other for 6 years. She is from Kentucky. She used to live in Iowa, but she is a very, very good friend of mine. So, please give a warm welcome to Caitlin and introduce everybody. So, so I wanted to go. So let me get back to the subject at hand here. So Triple C on her stream, called people out by name, which I'm not gonna do, for their misbehavior in the chat last night. It was a disaster and a train wreck. Melissa really hit the point. She does have a lot of evidence to back up what culminated and everything. So, my advice, ladies and gentlemen, don't get on Triple C's bad side. That's why, even though I have people as moderators now, that's why the main people, Craig, Wilma, Triple C, and who else? Well, I know there's 4 people who I trust with my life. I'm gonna throw Caitlin into the mix because she's a trusted friend too. But the fact of the matter is that Triple C, at a girl, I'm proud of you for really putting it out there and telling people like it is, saying what it is. I know that there are probably certain people. I'm looking at my chat count right now. I know there are people in the bushes right now who are probably enemies who are probably listening to this. See, as soon as I said it, it drops back down to 9. See, as soon as I look at my chat numbers, I know who's in the bushes. So that way I know what's up. So, mods, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to move you up to alert status 2 right now, which means that you need to be on high alert right now. Because I'm looking at my chat numbers going up, so I don't know if there's somebody lurking in the bushes who is like an enemy of mine now, who shouldn't be here or is spying on the stream right now. But keep tabs on who it is. So let me see participants. Okay, nobody just has the participants. I wish it would give me like who all it has in the chat right now. So, but too bad I can't do that. So, yeah, 10 now. Whenever it because normally my audience is like 7 to 8 people. So 10 usually, I don't know if it's more friendly faces or there are people. That's true, Ted. See, guys, that's a joke. That's a good joke by Ted. So I know there are certain people. It's cool, Michelle. It's cool. But I just wanted to say, after what happened, with the stream last night, and then what happened this morning, with my text messaging and stuff like that, 13. I know there are people in the bushes there who are not welcome here. So I know there's 12 of you in the chat right now, but I know that there's some of you who are in the bushes right now who are probably spying on me for somebody or are enemies in the chat using alternate accounts or your primary accounts. Either show your face in the chat or get out. We are not having a repeat of last night on this channel. This is just an actual stream about stuff. If you're here to spy on what I have to say, if you're here working for somebody else to report back to whoever to start drama, get out. Thank you, Wilma. Anyway, so back to what back to the subject at hand. Triple C really earned her bread and butter tonight, pretty much, because she did what I thought even though I ill-advised her at first not to do it, but she did. But I'm happy for her that she called these people out, because, you know, it needed to be said. So hopefully this is the last time I'll have to speak about this again, because I really don't want to speak about this drama again. But I have this like bad feeling, or as you know, for some of you who know me as the nerd that I am, as a Star Wars nerd that I am, that I say, I feel a very unpleasant disturbance in the Force about this. That I have a feeling this is not going to go away anytime soon. But Rick Dog, you and Patty are innocent. So, I had to yank wrenches last night, Rick Dog, because it was a business decision. It was nothing personal, and plus, I'm limiting the amount of mods right now. So, mods, Rick Dog is protected, and Patty is protected. Okay, Rick Dog, you are protected in here. So in you know, with the stream and everything, I just wanted to say, you know, thank you to everybody who's been supportive. Now after what happened today, I know who my true friends are, and I know who are false friends. So, the reason I was so angry and I've been like in a rough state of patch, a state of mind and physical state all day, is because, you know, of people, you know, have been messing with my mind. No problem, Rick Dog. You're protected, so you're good. When I say somebody is protected, Rick Dog, that means the mods will watch them and make sure that nothing happens to them. Mods, Rick Dog is now protected. Yeah, I get that feeling too, Ted. But anyway, so as you know, even though you are, you know, mods, I know you're always responsible, but keep in mind, I may have given you the power to do in the chat what I told you to do, but remember, you still answer to me. Okay? You still answer to me. And remember, I have the final decision. So here are some of the rule changes that are going to happen to the stream from now, to my streams from now on. Mods will have full power. But that means no hunting, Triple C. Only police the chat and take care of people who are going to thinking they're going to cause drama and everything. So the hierarchy is that if a managing mod is in the chat at the time, if there is a moderator, if there's a managing moderator in the chat, even though there are just, you know, if a managing moderator is in the chat, they have higher power over the standard moderators. So if you have to take it up with the managing moderators, which is Craig, and I think it's Ted, my friend Matt, and I think that's it for my managing moderators. Or if you feel like the managing moderators aren't going to do anything, please take it up with me, okay? Because, you know, I just know, even though you're going to have, you know, free reign, you know, but I just want you to know that your check power will be checked. That means no timing out people for personal vendettas or anything like that. If you have a rivalry with somebody, do not time them out because you have a personal vendetta. Okay? So, with that being said, another thing that's going to happen is that I'm here to announce that I will continue streaming. Okay? everybody is telling me, do not stop streaming, get past this, show that you're a strong person. So I am here tonight to announce that I will continue my live streams. Because I know deep down, this is what all of you want. All you want to have the fun again, have the great times again, have good times, everything, like it was before everything went down. Exactly, Julia. So I'm here to announce I will be continuing live streaming. Now I did say, because of the bad behavior of the chat on Tuesday night, until further notice, until I know that the chat will behave themselves, I am not bringing back Open Arcade Night for right now. I am not bringing back the interactive segment of the summer games and winter games. It's not Summer Olympics or Winter Olympics, Triple C. It's summer games, winter games. So I'm not bringing back that interactive segment for right now because, because I have a bad feeling if I try it again, it's going to, people are going to start starting that again. So I'm not gonna. So until I know the chat can behave themselves, there's going to be a trial run on the stream. So for one stream, I'm not going to bring back the Open Arcade Night, and I'm not going to bring back the segment for summer games and winter games, because because this is a one stream punishment for the chat for those people who caused it, and I feel sorry for the good people in here who have to suffer because of those people's bad behavior. But when they cause it, they ruined that fun for you people. So if you want to blame somebody for why the chat is, why I'm not bringing it back for one next stream, you can blame those people. So, and also I will not, as a punishment too, for one stream, I will not be taking requests. So whatever I play is what you get. Also, I'm going to be, just to show, that I'm serious about all this. Thank you, Ted. So I just, yeah, I just, and because these people, who ruined it last night did not want to apologize, they are now they are quote unquote blacklisted from my channel. And Triple C, since you have the most info on this, you know who's blacklisted. I want the other mods to work together to make this a better place. So I am really encouraging, the mods to really be tight-knit and to work together, because yeah, I know, Ted. So mods, if you can promise me that you are all willing to work together, put egos, everything aside, and agree to work together in my chat, we will have a smoother sailing and we can get back to the fun times. So, hey, Damon. Hi, Caitlin. By the way, just so Damon, if you're wondering what is going on, Triple C did a stream earlier, and I'm doing a response stream to that to give my thoughts about it and other announcements. So, if you haven't done so, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how long it's going to stay up. But please check out Country Cast Cash's last live stream when it gets processed and everything. Please go check that out, because hopefully from her end, from you see it from her point of view, you'll get to see what she was saying and why, what prompted this response stream from me. I'm not getting upset, Country Cast. Would you like me to get upset? Oh, that's terrible, Damon. I'm not getting upset, Triple C. Would you like me to get upset? If I was upset, Triple C, I wouldn't be like jovial and joking like I am right now. I'm fine, guys. I know you're concerned, but I'm fine. I took a 3-hour nap today, guys, so if I drink Mountain Dew at this time of night, I'm gonna be wired, and I could hook up my I know this is family friendly, but I have to make this joke. So I feel like if I drink Mountain Dew tonight, you could wire my nipples up, and then you could pick up Mexico City. If you guys find that funny, I hope I hear some LOLs in the chat. So but no, I'm fine. I just, like I said, I took a 3-hour nap today. So also, I want to give a special shout. I want to give a special, truth shout out to Wilma and Triple C. They warned me what the couple was trying to do when they sent me a gift package via the shipping by UPS and in the post office. I wanted to say to Wilma and Triple C, you guys were right. Though that couple was trying to buy my loyalty, trying to bribe me with loyalty. But, I was raised that you can't buy loyalty with bribery, because bribery is immoral. And, you can't bribe me just to win your loyalty. I know, Ted. I'm finishing up. I'm just giving some shout outs. Don't worry. So, tomorrow, I do have a special announcement to make, and I hope you guys might show up to it tomorrow. I don't know. Yep, this is the last time we're speaking of it, Ted. But this is why my response is this is my response. This is the final time I'm talking about it, Ted. So tomorrow, $6 million testicle. For those of you who don't know, that's my friend Craig. He is going to be doing a special panel tomorrow at 1 o'clock his time, 3 p.m. my time. I don't know what time zone it is for all of you guys, so you guys do the math. But he is doing a special stream tomorrow with me, and he wants me, to play my video games, so that way I actually have a successful 4th of July week stream for video games. And I encourage you all, if you haven't subbed to his channel yet, please do so. And please come by tomorrow, okay, if you can. So, because I know some of you may not have a good following with Craig, I'm not going to air it out. So, but I want you all to attend tomorrow, because, that would do so much for me. Don't do it because Craig's doing it. Do it because I'm going to be on there and I'm going to be playing my games. And, this is going to be really special for me to make up for the disaster of the drama of the stream last Tuesday night. So, please, I encourage you all to attend tomorrow, and please come and have fun. So, if you have any other questions or just want to reach out to me about anything else, not serious, because I won't take serious crap, okay? But thanks, Triple C. I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna say if you want anything, for those of you who have my phone number, text me. For those of you who are friends with me on Facebook, please message me if you have any concerns, questions, or just want to reach out and talk. If any of the mods have any questions about the rule changes or whatever, or any rulings I make from the stream tonight, please message me on Facebook, and I'll try to answer your questions the best I can. With that being said, I think I'm going to wrap this up. So I know Triple C is going to go live again later. I think she's going to be doing some tickets, I think it is. Scratch tickets or whatever. So for those of you who enjoy scratch ticketing, enjoy that, country living. Please stop by her channel, Country Cast Cash. Shout out to Florida Claimers Ted. Stop by his channel. Shout out to Shorty Michelle. Stop by her channel. Wilma 2U1, Text Guy 7903, Lucy Grace, Caitlin Blake, Damon McNabb, and anybody else I may have missed, for popping in the chat tonight, and showing their love and support. So this is Brett saying good night, everybody. And, thank you for stopping in and listening into my response. I know I rarely make serious streams like this, but the next time I probably stream, it will be a gaming stream. So I hope you guys attend. So love you all. Have a good night.